guys, it's your friend Gare, and I'm finally back to do another pickups video for you guys. I know, once again, it's been a really long time. I've just been really busy with work as always. Been a little burned out, and I just kind of needed to take a break from videos for a while. Not only that, but I really haven't been buying a whole lot of stuff in between. You know, I just haven't had time to go game chasing like I used to. I haven't had a lot of extra money to do so. Student loans, they're a bitch, man. So anyways, I figured what I would try to do is just space these videos out far apart enough so I don't feel like I'm burned out. That way, you know, whenever I do the videos, I've got enthusiasm, I've got energy to do it, and I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys. And I definitely have a ton of really cool shit to show you guys. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So actually, to be honest with you guys, I really didn't even plan on making a pickups video this morning when I got up. I actually got on the computer, and I was kind of sitting there drinking my coffee, and I saw that Johnny, or the Happy Console Gamer, you know, he did one of his new, you know, gaming pickup videos that he does every once in a while. And I really love watching his videos. It's really cool and interesting to see the things he picks up because he's just into really kind of a niche amount of things. So anyway, I saw that, and it kind of motivated me to do this. So, Johnny, thank you for giving me the motivation and inspiration, you know, to finally do another one of these videos. Alright, so first up, this is just kind of a random assortment of things I've collected over the months. Mostly a bunch of Nintendo games here, but some really cool stuff nonetheless. So first up, I did pick up the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I have not got a chance to play this yet, but it's really cool. I mean, it's nice to have all these games on the go. I mean, I guess I could play them on the PSP, but this way I can play them on the 3DS. You know, I got the set that came with the gold Mega Man, so there's all kinds of unlockables you can do with the amiibo. It came with some like postcards and stickers and stuff like that. So, I don't know, it's a pretty cool set. I'm glad to have this. Alright, so next up, this is a game my daughter and I have been playing non-stop since we got it, and that is Yoshi's Woolly World. If you guys have not picked this game up, I highly, highly recommend it. It's tons of fun, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's one of the most adorable games I've ever played. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of incentives to go through every level and collect all of the, you know, yarns and flowers and all that stuff, so that we can get all the different Yoshis, and it's really cool. My daughter and I probably spent an hour one night taking every one of our amiibos, going through and trying to, you know, open up all the different amiibos you could possibly get. So, lots of fun, lots of replay value, lots of variety. Highly, highly recommended. Alright, so next up, this is another really cool game. It took us a long time to get. For some reason, I just wasn't in a rush to get it, but we finally picked it up, and that is obviously Super Mario Maker. This game is so freaking fun. I mean, it's one of those games that pretty much has infinite replay value because not only, you know, if you're the kind of person that likes making levels, you know, you can spend hours upon hours upon hours doing that. And of course, you know, there's tons of levels that are online that people make, which I'm more privy to playing the levels as opposed to making them. Apparently, I'm not as creative as I thought I was. I've tried making some levels that I thought would be cool, and they turned out to be complete freaking disasters. So, yeah, really, really fun game though. Again, if you haven't picked this up yet and you have a Wii U, I highly recommend it. I mean, like I said, it's just infinite replay value. Alright, so next up, this is the Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition set that just came out not too long ago. I haven't even opened this up yet. Like I said, I haven't really been playing my 3DS a whole lot. It's been kind of sitting there collecting dust. But really, really excited to play this. I'm gonna open up something about myself I'm really ashamed to say. I've never actually played a Fire Emblem game. I've got a ton of them. I've been meaning to play it for like 10 years. I've just never sat down and actually done it. So this one will probably be on the back burner for a while because my plan is to start with, you know, the first one and work my way through them all. But still really glad to get this. You know, I picked it, I pre-ordered it because, you know, as you guys know, like a year ago, anything with Nintendo, especially special editions, they tended to go really fast, so I didn't mess around with it. Picked it up, really glad though, it's a cool little set. Alright, next up, this is an NIS America exclusive, and this is the Witch and the 100 Night Revival Edition. I've always wanted to play these games. Like, I remember when the first Witch and the 100 Nights came out, like, a couple years ago. I never did buy it, I never played it, but it looked really interesting, I really wanted to. So, honest to God, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, I don't know if this is that same game and they upgraded it, or if this is a sequel or something like that. I pre-ordered this a long, long time ago, and as if you guys who watch my videos for a while, I love collecting this NIS America sets. Even if they're games I've never heard of or never played, I've been kind of going out on a limb and buying them because 9 times out of 10, not only are they great sets, but the games are really great as well. So, yeah, again, embarrassed to say I don't know much about this, but still happy to grab it. I don't know, it looks really cool. Alright, and the last one in this bundle here is, I'm sure, the one that probably stood out the most. Everybody had to get this. This is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the HD remaster. And I have been looking forward to this for so freaking long. I know they didn't announce it too long ago, but I always kind of had a feeling they were going to, because there was lots of talk about it, lots of support to do so, and it just made sense that they would eventually do it, you know, since they've been remastering all these other ones like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and things like that. So I was super stoked when this was announced. I pre-ordered it the day it was available to do so. And it kind of sucks because I think actually I played through Twilight Princess on the Dolphin emulator, you know, so it would upscale the graphics. I just did that like maybe a month before this was announced, so it's kind of a bummer. I wish I would have known. I could have waited to do this one. Because, I mean, this is by far this is my favorite Zelda game of all time. So I definitely have no qualms with playing through it again, but it just would have been nice to play this version with, you know, the added features and everything like that now, as opposed to having to replay it again. Because I have so many games I gotta play through. My backlog is never ending as always. So anyway, really, really happy to get this. I absolutely love it. I love these little box sets, and I'm really glad they actually learned their lesson. They made plenty of these so everybody could get one. I think they're still easily found now, so Nintendo, I'm glad you pulled your head out of your asses and did the right thing this time. Alright, so on to the next couple stack of things here. These next games, these were just really cheap. My wife picked up for me. So this one here is Angry Birds Star Wars. This is not usually something I would buy, but my wife went to one of the stores back where she's from, and they tend to clearance out their video games quite often because people in that town, there's just not a huge demand for gaming like there are in bigger, you know, bigger towns or bigger cities. So she tends to find stuff really cheap when she goes back home. I think she got this for like $2 or $3. It was really cheap. She kind of went on a limb and bought it, so it's, you know, for that cheap, why not? I mean, I might play it one of these days. It is Star Wars, so of course I'm not going to pass on anything Star Wars. And then this one was really cool. This is Kirby Triple Deluxe, which we didn't have, and I love every single Kirby game out there. I'd love to get them all, so she got this for like $10, which for, you know, a Nintendo brand or a first-party game, that's a really, really good deal. So very, very glad to get that. I haven't played this yet. I haven't even opened it, but still very, very glad to have it. And then next up, this is a stack of games I got from Square Enix here recently. If you guys follow my Facebook page, you know, anytime I find really good deals, I try to post those so I can share them with you guys. And Square Enix had a thing where they were, I can't remember, it's like a 20th anniversary or something like that, where, or no, it's like a 1-year anniversary of their store. So like almost everything on their website was between 40 and 50% off. So there was a lot of stuff on there that I didn't have, and I had to jump on it. It was too good of a deal to pass up. So I'll kind of run through these really quick. First up is Final Fantasy X and X-2, the HD remaster for the Vita. I've got this for the PS3, but it's, I don't know, I'm the kind of person where I like to be able to, it's nice to have games where you can play, you know, on your home console, and then if you're out and about on the road or whatever, you can have it to go. So this is just a really nice way if I want to play it at home and then kind of continue it that way. It was cheap enough, I figured why not, might as well grab it, have it on multiple systems. Next up, this is Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection for the PSP. Again, I love all these old Final Fantasy games. 4 was a really good one. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. And from what I understand, this is probably the most complete and probably the prettiest version of the game you can get. So, glad to finally get that one. I think the one that I played was the one on the PlayStation 1 that came with Chrono Trigger. So that one had like horrific load times, and it wasn't the best, but still it was a good way to play it. Alright, so next up, this is another game I always heard really good things about, and I always wanted to play it, I just never sat down and bought it. So, The World Ends With You. I've heard, like I said, nothing but good things. I'm really excited to finally play this one of these days. Like I said before, my backlog of games that I want to play is just growing and growing and growing. It's absolutely insane. So, hopefully one of these days I'll get to this. It looks really cool. Alright, now this is probably kind of a redundant purchase. This is Final Fantasy IV. And actually, no, I take it back. So the one on the PSP has the most content, and then this one actually, from what I understand, has the prettiest graphics. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'd play the game that many times to experience it that many times. But it's still cool to get nonetheless. Like I said, these games were so cheap, I kind of figured what the hell and jumped on it. So there's that. Also went ahead and picked up Final Fantasy III. I've never played this one, so I went ahead and picked it up. That way, again, if I want to play it on the go, at least I'll have it that way. So, very cool to get that. And then the last handheld here is Kingdom Hearts 358, 2 days. Again, I'm going to reveal something about myself I'm super ashamed to say. I've never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games. I have them all, I've never sat down and played them. Actually, like when the first Kingdom Hearts game came out back in, you know, like the early 2000s, I think I was like 15, 16-year-old, and before that, I was really into RPGs, so it would have made sense that I would have wanted to play it, because, you know, Cloud's in it, Sephiroth, it had strong RPG elements, but because there was Disney characters associated with it, I was kind of in that phase of my life where, you know, I was trying to get as much pussy as okay, that's a gross word, I'm sorry. I was trying to get as much ass as I possibly could at the time. You know, I was kind of in that I'm too cool for Disney shit, and you know, it's embarrassing to say. I went through my obligatory douchebag phase, like most of us guys do at one point or another. So I never played it, and then by the time I got back into gaming and quit giving a shit about all that other stuff, you know, most of them are out. I just never sat down to get caught up on them. So anyway, long story short, glad to get it. Hopefully eventually I'll get to the series. I really want to. And then finally, out of that deal that I got, this is the Final Fantasy 13-2 Collector's Edition set. The last Final Fantasy game that I played was 10. I haven't played 12, I always wanted to. And 13, I remember buying it when it was still new, but I heard so many mixed reviews about it, and I had so many other new games at the time, like Batman Arkham City, that it just got put on the back burner and I never played it. So eventually I do want to get to this, even with the mixed reviews. Not many people are crazy about it, but again, it's a cool little box set. It was cheap, so I had to jump on it. Alright, so next up, I'll show you just random batch of shit that I've got here. So, first thing I'll show you guys, I got a couple t-shirts here recently, some Zelda ones that were really cool from Hot Topic. I had to pick them up. If you guys probably noticed this, it's a really cool Majora's Mask shirt that's got cat fur all over it. I just noticed it, that's freaking gross. But anyway, it's a really cool shirt, it's very colorful. I love Majora's Mask, so I had to pick this up. And of course, they've always got their buy one, get one half off deal, so I picked up another one. And this one's freaking awesome. It's, if you can see it here, you know, it's a Twilight Princess Zelda one, or Link, I'm sorry. It's a Twilight Princess Zelda shirt that's got Link on it. Black and white, it's almost got kind of a, I don't know, like a Pulp Fiction kind of feel to it. Again, it was really cool, I had to get it. They had several others. I probably could have spent like $80 on Zelda shirts alone, but I was trying to exercise a little bit of restraint, so. Some cool new shirts. I don't get to wear, like, you know, regular clothes that often anymore. 9 times out of 10 I'm in work clothes or scrubs or pajamas, because if I'm not working, I'm usually pretty lazy and just kind of bumming up into my pajamas around the house. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that. Alright, so next up, I can't remember if I showed this in another video. If I did, I don't know, tough shit, I'm going to show it again. As many of you guys probably know, I've been trying to collect all of the different Nintendo 64 color systems. So I was really, really excited to finally get this. I've been wanting this gold one for a very long time, but the US ones that sell here in the States tend to go for quite a bit, so I went ahead and just imported this from Japan, which was quite a bit cheaper even with shipping than buying one locally here in the States. It's a, you know, a US one. You know, with these N64s, I be honest with you guys, I'm never gonna play any of them. They're just gonna display because they're really cool. N64 is definitely one of those systems I tend to emulate because, as we all know, the graphics are ugly. You know, it was like the first 3D system for the Nintendo. It was one of the first 3D systems, so graphics are ugly. Emulating makes them so much prettier. So anyways, this is just going to sit up there. The fact that it's Japanese and I can't play those games, I don't even care. So very, very glad to get this. It's in amazing condition. I only have a few more to get, so eventually I'll get to them all. I love them to death. They look so cool sitting up there. And then, of course, some amiibos. Always got to show these off because I just tend to pick these up quite a bit. So first up here is Ness, or Lucas, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. Lucas, I was looking forward to this one. I just think he's a really cool little dude. I've never played the game, so, you know, I don't have like a strong attachment to it, but I thought it was really cool, and for some reason with the blonde hair, it just reminds me of my son, so he likes it too. He plays with this one quite a bit. Next up is Shovel Knight. My wife was really cool. She picked this up for me one day. I fucking love Shovel Knight. It is such a cool game, and if you guys have not played it, do yourself a huge favor, go play it. The gameplay is amazing, the graphics are gorgeous, and the soundtrack, oh my freaking god. As a matter of fact, I'm probably, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use the soundtrack to this game for this video because it's amazing. I absolutely love it. So really, really cool. It's a very big, good-sized amiibo too. I really like it. The only downer is I don't have Shovel Knight for the Wii U, so I don't have a way of using this to unlock the multiplayer thing, but still really cool. And then, of course, the gold Mega Man that came with the Mega Man Legacy box set that I got. It's nothing special. I mean, it's just, I don't really care for like all the colored variants. You know, I think it's kind of a waste of money personally, but I don't know. I jumped on it. What am I gonna say? I jumped on it, forgot I pre-ordered it, and then it showed up one day. So it is what it is. And then I'll show you some Blu-rays and movies I picked up here recently. I'll fly through these really quick. The Good Dinosaur looks really cute. I haven't watched it. My bastard family watched it without me one day when I was at work, so they said it was really cute though. Next up, Snow White. I have not seen this movie since I was like 3 years old, so it was really kind of cool to watch it again for the first time, really, because, I mean, I didn't remember anything from it. It looks gorgeous on Blu-ray, and I love the artwork on the set, so really cool. My wife and daughter, of course, are ecstatic to watch it again. Next up is James Bond Spectre. I have not watched this one yet, but it looks really cool. I love all the Daniel Craig versions of the Bond films, so very much looking forward to watching that. Next up, this is really cool, man. I don't think a lot of people know this exists. This is a Spawn TV series. It was on HBO a long time ago, and it's really freaking good. If you guys are into, you know, comic characters, especially these darker ones, especially Spawn. I love Spawn. Really good. It's an excellent series. You know, there's lots of profanity, lots of violence. It was really good. I wish it would have lasted longer. But anyway, this is like the entire series on a DVD set. So I finally picked this up. I can't wait to watch it again. It's so cool. If you get a chance to pick it up, it's really cheap. I highly recommend it. And then finally here, this is Batman Bad Blood. I don't know much about this. We went to Walmart a couple weeks ago. I saw it, and it's Batman, so of course I had to pick it up. Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I like the artwork on it, so hopefully the movie is as good as I'm picturing it in my head. I've been on a huge Batman kick here lately. Like, I've watched all the Batman movies recently. I've been playing, you know, Arkham Knight, like, non-stop. I've been reading a ton of the graphic novels. I've just been, I don't know, I've been on a huge Batman and Punisher kick lately. So there are those really cool movies. And then on to the last few things here. The last things here, if you guys want to skip, you're totally welcome to do so. Just a bunch of computer stuff I've bought recently. I know not everybody is into PC things, so I'm really excited to talk about it, and some of you guys may be. If not, I totally get it. Alright, so like I said, this is probably the thing I'm most excited about because, you know, we got our tax returns. I went crazy. I told myself I was going to spoil myself, upgrade the computer, or my PC, because it was lacking in a lot of departments, and it really needed some upgrades. So, lots of money sitting here. So the first thing I'll show you guys, this is the graphics card I just got this week, and I was super stoked to get this. This is the Gigabyte 970 GTX 970 G1 gaming graphics card, and I actually didn't plan on getting a new graphics card for a while because I spent all my money on other things, and you know, I was gonna wait, save up a little bit more when I had it, but this card usually goes for about $350. Amazon had it on sale because the box was scuffed up, and it was $60 marked down, so I had to jump on it, and I'm so glad I did. This card is awesome. You know, stock, it runs very well. All the games you can play on, like, if not very high ultra settings, but this is a very easy card to overclock. I got it pretty much up to, you know, what you could expect out of a 980, so it's awesome. I love it. I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are thinking about upgrading a card, this is a good one to go with. I love it. I absolutely love it. Alright, so this was a must-have I had to do. One thing I'll tell you guys about the PC that I have, you know, I bought it a couple years ago, and unfortunately, I didn't know much about building them at the time, so I had it pre-built from Cybertron PC. And, you know, the parts that came in it were okay, but nothing spectacular at all. I didn't have that much money. So anyway, you know, the motherboard that I had in there definitely was not a very high-end one. And I didn't want my CPU and everything else to be bottlenecked from that, so I finally upgraded to the Asus M5A 99FX Pro. Excellent motherboard. I've seen it recommended and praised over and over online, so I went ahead and jumped on this. It's an amazing motherboard for the price. If you have an AMD set, highly recommend this one. It's absolutely astounding. Great for overclocking your CPU and things like that, and it looks pretty good too. So next up, of course, with everything else I've upgraded, I had to upgrade my power supply. The one that was in there wasn't that great. It was only like a 400 watt. So I went ahead and upgraded to the EVGA 750B2. Excellent power unit. I love these power supplies. You know, they're really high quality, and the cables that come with them are black. They're very, very easy to manage. So, you know, if you guys were thinking about upgrading to a new power supply, I highly recommend EVGA. I think they have the best out there. Alright, and then the last thing I'll show you guys here, this is a really cool keyboard I got. Razer had like a customer appreciation sale not too long ago where everything on the website was half off. And I tried to get the Chroma, just the plain Chroma keyboard, but they sold out really fast. This is the only one that I could get my hands on, which I'm not a huge fan of Call of Duty. I'll play it every once in a while, but I'm not a huge fan. And so this was available. I jumped on it because like everything on the website sold out. And I'm actually glad I got it because, I mean, it's the Chroma keyboard, you know, so it's got the LED lights, so you can program it and everything. But I actually really like the design on it. I like the orange, and I like, you know, I'll be honest, the Black Ops 3 skull logo is really freaking cool. I dig it a whole bunch. So, yeah, I was really happy to get this. I haven't used it a whole lot, but, you know, I was just glad to finally get one of these really cool keyboards. I think with it being 50% off, it was like $90 or something, but totally worth it. Very, very cool. Okay, so I just noticed that the microphone kind of slowly drifted its way into the shot there. So I apologize if it was sitting there kind of distracting you guys. I fixed it. I thought about redoing the whole video, but I ain't gonna do it. I can't. I don't have the time or the essence to do so. So yeah, as always, thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. You know, thanks to everybody staying subscribed. I know I haven't put anything out in a long time, but you know, I'll put some stuff out every once in a while. I'm not gonna do nearly as much as I used to. I just don't have the energy anymore. I'm getting old. I'm getting cranky. So I'll try to put some stuff out every once in a while. Let you guys know I'm alive. You know, keep checking the Facebook page. I try to stay active on there. You know, I like to share gaming news and deals, like I said earlier. So again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.